Hello amigos, this is David with Raíces Vivas, and today I want to talk to you about rotational grazing. So what we're doing basically is mimicking nature and allowing the cattle to graze on set lots or pat lots that they can just roam and graze for a small period of time. So they cannot roam in any other part of the pasture, that allowing them to just eat and consume whatever is available, grass and any biomass. And what we're trying to do is to make them non-selective, because being like that in a controlled area, they're forced to just eat whatever is available. And then you move them to the next lot consistently every day or every 2 days, depending on whatever consumption you've been having, and you move them to the next one. So like that, I'll show you what is the difference between the day before and the day after. So rotational grazing, that's what we're doing in Raíces Vivas. Come on, visit and learn more. Let's go and see how it looks. Okay, so we are in some of these perimeters that we had set, padlocks or whatever you want to call them. These perimeters, in this one, they have been roaming until yesterday. So it only has been 1 day of rest. Yesterday we had some rain, so you might see some growth happening soon. But you can tell that they consume pretty much everything they had, except some of the weeds. That's when the goats and sheep come in handy, because they will clear everything out and then you move them. And in this case, that's 2 days grazing. This one, they've been only grazing for 1 day, and you can already see the impact that they've been having. In the rotational grazing, one of the practices that we do is to have the minerals and the supplements in the opposite corner from your water source. That will create this natural pathway back and forth, and is good for your soil as well. Also, don't forget that the purpose of rotational grazing is to not only maximize the impact on the fertilizer and your cow's consumption, but also to move it quick so the soil doesn't get compacted. You don't want them to stay there too long, because their weight walking around, they will just compact the soil. So what we do, we get them 1 or 2 days and then move them to the next one. So that's 1 day rest. This is 1 day grazing. That's what it is, amigos. Hey, so we were talking about the impact on livestock in the pastures. So now it's the turn of the goat and sheep. So we already had the cattle roaming in the pasture lots. Now we move the cattle, then we come in with these guys. The difference from those cattle or cows to these ones is that they will eat everything to the ground if you let them too long in the same lot. So what we need these guys for is to then cut or eat everything equally and move them fast, because we don't want them to eat everything like they did on their pen. So what they did over there, they eat everything to the ground, and then you can see that the regrowth is not happening as fast as they can. So these ones are a short period on the pastures, and then we just move them. Talking about rotational grazing, we also have to talk about your fencing, portable fences. In this case, we're using electric fence, 2 types. One is the string, that this type of fence works very well for cattle and horses. You can set perimeter really fairly easy, and everything will be just quick to install and remove and relocate. So you can use 1 or 2 spools or 3, and then you have multiple places. So that one is great for cattle as well as for horses. And then we have the other one, that is the netting one. They both are electric, and this netting one works better for goats, sheep, chickens, and any other small animal. It's great to contain them. You also use some plastic post to set up the perimeter. And that's it. It just depends what kind of operations you have in your ranch. It's a matter of selecting which electric fence is better for your goals. So these are the 2 ones that we use, and we hope that this was helpful for you. So select the one that is more suitable. Stay cool, mis amigos.